We're back!
If anyone's new to this is That's Bollocks,
Yes.
which is a podcast which existed like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah,
in the olden
It's
days.
a while back now. That featured the three of us, where we would talk about irritating things, and there is a spiritual successor to this that I'll talk about later on. However, because it's Christmas and because last time I did like full videos for Bradvent, we did a Christmas special of That's Bollocks. We thought it would be a nice treat for people who enjoyed the original series to do a little revival for Christmas 2024. So this is, it's not going to be a Christmas edition, even though we're wearing Christmas hats and
Jumpers.
Christmas jumpers. Stand up, show off your
It
jumper.
counts. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's not technically a Christmas edition. It is the 2024 edition. We haven't done another one this year, so we have come up with a few things to talk about that pissed us off, that we think are bollocks from 2024. So, Tom, would you like to share with us something that's annoyed you this year?
So, to set the scene, I was Captain Von Trapp in The Sound of Music, and I have to wear a lot of suits. They're all very similar. I have about 2 seconds to change from one to the other. It's a pain in the ass. One time, my belt went walkies, and we could not find the bastard anywhere.
Wait, is this the whole complaint?
Kinda,
You
because
lost a belt. That's what you
I
want to
didn't
complain about?
lose the belt. It was misplaced by other people.
Hey, Brad, remember, this is petty.
Yeah. Somebody thought they were being helpful by putting it in the wings for me, but I didn't know where that was.
Was it a
'cause I
bird?
wouldn't check there. Huh?
Was it a bird?
Oh. Well done. But it basically got to the point where I'm on stage doing some of the choreo, and I have to do a stamp, clap, clap, stamp, clap, clap. But the stamp is where I'm moving around in like a circle.
Yeah.
The trousers are slightly too big for me, because if I had like these suits at last minute, and it's okay. So these are just jimmying down ever so fucking slightly. And gets to the point where I have to miss a couple claps or risk completely pantsing myself. It was down a little. I just missed this. Like, oh, just hike my trousers back up mid-dance. This is the dance where Maria's falling in love with me too, so clearly that did it.
I think she'd have fallen in love with you faster if the trousers fell down.
True, but there's kids in the audience, man. So I saved the front row, but lost some of my dignity, because someone was being helpful by putting my belt not on the floor, but
When you said
on
save the
side,
front row, my brain, for some reason, my brain was like, how well endowed are you? Trousers fall down.
It's not
Just
the front row. I just love that your first complaint was that someone moved a belt.
So have you got another theatre complaint then? Because you said there was more than one.
Yes, same show actually.
What we're missing this time was it a coupling?
Where were the tickets for the show?
It was a prop whistle. One of the whistles that I use for the costume was like one of the actress's grandfather's. It was like an heirloom. It's real special, but it is the business, you know. So look after this fucker is my priority.
Which theatre do you go to where there's like priceless heirlooms on stage?
I wouldn't say priceless per se, but it's you know, it's irreplaceable. Yeah, but then they have another one that I hand to Maria for one scene. So we just bought a cheap, shitty one off Amazon for that one.
Is Maria not allowed to touch the real one?
It's hers. I mean,
There's so many questions about this whistle.
I don't understand why is there a valuable whistle in some scenes, but when you hand it to one particular person, it has to be a cheap replacement. What's wrong with Maria? Has she got greasy hands? Is she known to drop whistles?
No, not at all. It's because I keep mine on at all times, and I use it in most scenes.
So the whistle you give to Maria is a different one.
Cheap, shitty one, because she only blows it once and then hands it back to me, and then I put it in my pocket, and it's never seen again.
So there's two whistles in the story, and two props.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
And the cheap whistle, I'm really not paying much attention to, because it was a cheap Amazon jobby. I kind of forget it exists, because we've been top and tailing scenes, we've been skipping the part where I hand it to her. We get to curtain. When we're about to start the show, the audience is seated, we're all ready. I need to hand her this in scene 2, and nowhere to be found.
Wow, so you
We had to come up with a
almost
whole-
blew it.
Well done. We managed to make up a new scenario where, like, I hand off my whistle to her, but then she has to give it me back at a different point than usual, and it was a whole thing. And she starts on stage, so we're whispering through the curtain to her this information as she's just sitting there like, okay.
What fucking catastrophe this show is. You handed over the only whistle you've got delicately while your trousers nearly fall down. That's what I'm picturing.
These were different performances, but
No, they
yeah.
fucking weren't.
Same time.
We did find the whistle with like a minute and a half to spare, so we
Was it
didn't
with the
need
belt?
backup plan. No, weirdly, it was a very different place in the belt. At least that was still in the dressing room, but underneath some shit under a chair and God knows. It was nearly a disaster, but
Well, I'm glad you recovered.
Yeah,
thank you. It was
just
a lot.
about.
Adam, you want to share?
Please.
Yeah. So my pettiest complaint was technology based.
Okay.
So I'm a fan of Clarkson's Farm. Brad, you probably know where this is going. I'm a fan of Clarkson's Farm, and about a week prior to actually going down, there was a little conversation where me, Brad, and our friend Liam were like, let's go to Clarkson's Farm, but Brad couldn't make it. So
Okay.
me and Liam made the 3.5 journey hour down and get there. And as we're stood in the queue, which was about an hour to get into the shop, you see a drone flying over. So I was like, oh, maybe they're filming. And then
Okay.
literally, there's just a herd of people run across the road to go and stand at a wall. So I was like, oh, Brad, you fucking idiot, because you haven't come. I'm going to record this and rub it in your face. So
Okay.
I go over to this fence, this wall, and you see you've got Amazon Light, you've got all the crew dotted about, and you can see the Lamborghini tractor in the distance. So the question is, who's driving it? Is it Jeremy? Is it Caleb? Is it Gerald? Who is it? They come around. As they're coming towards us, it's Jeremy. So I'm messaging Nisha and Brad like, fucking Jeremy's like farming. Oh my God, like we've come down at the perfect time. And then I thought, oh, you know what? Let's get a video of Jeremy. We'll wave to him like that. Please watch the video. And you'll see what happens. And for everyone at home, we'll put the video on the screen now so you can see my video of Jeremy Clarkson farming. Good video.
I forgot how shit it was.
So my phone decided to lag for about 5 seconds. So when I pressed record, it just didn't record. It waited till he's past me.
You're a
So one of the
filmmaker.
greatest, because it was a long drive down, one of the greatest moments is, oh my God, we're seeing Jeremy farming 20 yards from me. This is amazing. What a great day to come down. And then that.
I love how in the very first frame you've already just missed the driver.
It's gone
Like you can
past.
see the driver's window, you can maybe see his back, and then it's just a wheel and then grass.
See, this sounds to me like an excuse somebody who didn't see Jeremy Clarkson would make.
I mean, that's
well.
a pretty elaborate stage job if you have done it. Like,
yeah. So yeah, I was quite disappointed as he then just went back out, like over to the other side. And you sit there for like 10 minutes, like he'll come back, and then you see the tractor coming back into shot. So I'm like, it's coming. And then you had all the Amazon crew literally come over to the wall, like there's 10 of them, put phones down, stop filming, you're not allowed to film this. And I'm just there like.
It's not the day. It's not the day that
Definitely
you saw
attractive.
Jeremy. It's the day that you fucked up filming Jeremy.
Yeah, and they got told off. For
A very Clarkson's Farm thing for you to do.
I haven't seen the show, so I can only assume.
The fuck is this, man?
Sorry.
Get out of the call.
Yeah.
Bye.
Let's get some
Merry
cultured
Christmas.
swines in here.
That is bollocks, Tom.
Wow.
I got conned out of a tenner this year as well.
Oh shit! Was
How
it
so?
Jeremy Clarkson?
What happened was someone posted that they were selling rare American primes.
Hmm.
So I was like, ooh, rare American
the drink?
primes. And they had like Boston Red Sox ones and things like that. So, yeah, it was 8 for £20 of these rare primes. Now that screams scam, but you know, we persevere. She seemed nice. Blah, 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 blah. There's a bit of back and forth. She said she'll drop it off for me. So I was like, oh, perfect. And then she went, by the way, I'm in Sunderland. How far away are you? I was like, why are you in the local community Facebook group? But okay. Again, another red flag I probably should have spotted. Oh, you know, I'm not going to drive all the way down from Sunderland. So I was like, I get that. Fine. I said, can I buy and pay for postage? So she went, yeah. 15 quid, I'll send 3. So it was 8 for 20, so 8 for 25. Yeah, £5 postage.
That seems
I'll do
reasonable.
3 for 10. So I was like, okay, 3 for 10.
Is
So
there a
then she
chance
said-
they've never posted anything? Because
Oh, no. So now we're getting to the juice, Tom. We're getting to the juice.
Okay.
So as I'm scrolling through, She said, "Yeah, my PayPal is blah blah blah." So yeah. Send it friends and family. Yeah, again, another red flag. Probably should have spotted. So this is what happened. So there, I've sent £10 to,
Good.
and then the next message should be with you now. A day later, did you manage to get the bottles posted? 6th of Jan. I just simply said, hello. And that was it. She's never read the message, so I got scammed out of 10 quid.
It's such like an elaborate scam for a tenner, though.
For a
There's a
tenner,
lot
though.
of steps for
That's
it.
the
I'm not
thing.
sure I could be bothered for a tenner.
No,
Like
that's the thing. Like, I sat at the end of it, and I was sat with like Ben, who's my boss at work. I just went, I can't even be asked to fight it. Like, it was
All
like
that
3
for a
days of
tenner.
messaging and negotiating, and she just ran off
Jesus.
with 10 quid. It's
Oh,
like,
she didn't spend it all at once. I mean, Jesus.
yeah. I was just there like, oh, if life is that fucking bad for her, that she's scamming people for 10 quid, like, oh, crack on. I
I'm
mean,
annoyed you said
fucking-
Facebook, because that didn't even go on my list. Like, mine got hacked after like 15 years. And
Oh,
deleted.
right.
I was
Oh,
like,
I remember that. Yeah, when you got
Yeah.
hacked. So I got a
Yeah.
message from you.
did you?
Yeah, I got a message from your Insta. Was it Instagram or
I
Facebook?
didn't-
It
I
was-
didn't get a
Oh,
message.
no, that was a different one.
Wait.
Oh.
How many
No, I
times
think
did you-
I don't know. Like, I think they made a clone Instagram of me.
That's it. They did. They made a clone. Yeah.
But then they got into my email that my Facebook
Him,
connected to.
Kirkbride.
But then they connected my Facebook to their scammy Instagram. Their scammy Instagram got banned, so my Facebook's banned too because
Yeah.
their Instagram's dodgy.
Yeah, I do remember
But
that.
that's like 15 years of pictures and shit gone. I'm like, oh. I keep emailing Facebook and it's like, we cannot help you with this.
Of course
I'm
they
like,
can't.
But it's me.
Yeah. Do you know who I am?
Come on.
Tommy fucking.
I'm the guy from
Kirkbride.
all the pictures. So, Brad, you've been very quiet on your gripes and whatnot.
Yeah, well, I've just realised that I'm, the tiredness from being up at 4 a.m. is kicking in, which is why I just reach for the brandy.
Oh.
So, I do not feel particularly old.
Okay.
I'm in my I'm gonna be in my mid-30s at the start of next year. I'm sort of early 30s, I'd say, at the moment. And I don't feel particularly old. In fact, I feel quite young because I've recently started doing like a physical job, and as a result, my body is now fitter than it's been in years. So I now feel like I'm able to do more than I could. My entire body, beneath the layers of fat that I've got, my entire body is like chiseled and toned as fuck. So when I eventually lose that weight,
There's a six-pack in here somewhere.
there definitely is, man. You should feel the random bits of like my arms are just so. Oh, you can see it. Look how muscular my arm is, right? Anyway,
Nice. Oh, you're
so
looking good,
the issue is, so I've started working a job that's with other people, and
Okay.
a lot of those people are quite young. So they're between the ages of 17 and 20, a big bunch of them. And being around people who are, like, I guess a lot younger, normally that doesn't make me feel old, because I actually get on pretty well with people who are younger and people who are older. I have no issues with that. The problem is that people keep assuming I'm an ancient fucking fossil because I'm slightly older than them. And this has happened several times over the course of like the time I've been working there. And I've written down 3 examples that go up in how annoying they are. So the first one is, somebody told me that there was no point in telling me about their favourite TV show because I wouldn't like it. And the implication that I wouldn't like it, obviously, is based on the fact they think it's too young for me.
You
However,
know that.
However, everything they knew about me by that point would indicate that I probably would like this show.
What is
So it was
What was the show?
Has Been Hotel.
Oh, Has-Been's great.
Yeah.
Come
So
on.
Has Been Hotel is an adult animated musical comedy thing. And
But you're too old for an adult
no,
show.
but all they knew about me at this point is that I liked musicals and singing all the time, and that I was an artistic person from a visual effects and like even animation style background. But no, they said, oh yeah, there's no point in me telling you what this show is. You won't have heard of it. You won't know it. And I was offended by the implication. Now, to be fair to them, I'd never heard of it. However, I did watch it afterwards. And I
Something
really
right.
no. I watched it afterwards, and it was the kind of thing that I actually really enjoy.
It's great.
I just hadn't seen it, but it turns out loads of other people had seen it. I just happened to miss it. Like Tom's seen it, and I was singing it with, I think, James. I was singing it with James as well. Like, loads of people have obviously heard of this thing. It's not an uncommon, but the implication was that I wouldn't know it. So that was the first one, right? The second one, and this happened very recently. There was a girl who there was a conversation between me, a woman who's older than me, and then a girl who was younger than me. And the one who was younger was basically saying that me and the one who were older can't talk in any way about anything like related to sex because we're too old and old people can't have interesting sex.
So you can't, as in you're not allowed to, or
No,
you can't because you're incapable?
No, as in that it would be disgusting for us to do this because we're old, and she said, if you're over the age of 30, you're not allowed to talk about it anymore. You're boring and like vanilla.
What? This is news, bud.
Yeah. The last one is the worst one of all, and this one is that
It's gonna be tough to top that one.
I'm gonna say, yeah.
The daughter of one of my colleagues, who is the daughter is 16, she was talking about some like news that had broken about someone being arrested. And we were saying, like, who is it? And she spent ages trying to explain to me what this person was, what they were, using any other words than the word of what they actually were, which is a podcaster. Because she thought I would be too old to know what a podcast is.
Irony.
And does she not watch That's Bollocks?
Clearly, it is not one of our
Uncultured
listeners.
swine.
So, like I said, I don't feel old. I don't feel like an old person. I feel quite youthful and fresh-faced. Well, I mean, apart from some aspects of me, but I feel quite youthful. But I keep getting these little bits of comments from people that make me feel like like I'm wrinkling and falling apart. And like that scene at the end of The Last Crusade where the guy turns into an old man and dissolves. That's basically how I feel in these conversations when somebody just randomly assumes something or tells me I can't do a thing or tells me I won't enjoy a thing because I'm slightly older than them. I'm not even that much older.
You could be.
I mean, if you start like hanging out at nursing homes and stuff, like if you find people in their 70s and stuff, hang out with them, you'll feel young as fuck.
So your solution,
Like, both
your
your
solution
knees
is to
work?
go the
Holy
other
shit,
way
like-
and start hanging out with pensioners.
Just to balance it out. You know, if you're feeling too far one way, you just leave it.
Stop hanging out with schoolgirls.
I mean, it's Christmas, bud.
I like
Pedos still work at Christmas.
no.
calling you a pedo,
As we know, Adam, Halloween is a pedo holiday according
is.
to
True, you think they'd have like a break
See,
after that?
Listen
you know?
to a
They're
previous.
tired.
That's Bollocks is still on Spotify. If people want to go and listen to it, listen to the Halloween episode. And the reason why
It's a goodie.
Adam, who is here on my screen, why Adam doesn't like Halloween because it's a stupid reason.
It's not stupid.
It's a stupid
it's
reason.
Factual.
But yeah, that's what I want to complain about. I want to complain about people just the age, like that kind of thing, just really irritates me because it fits into the same category of other things that irritate me that are things you can't change. So I understand, for example, like as somebody who is overweight, I understand if somebody makes fun of me because of my weight, it's not nice, and obviously it shouldn't happen. But I get it because you can lose weight. Like they can make fun of it because there's a point there where I can change something about it. Therefore, I'm more likely to accept when people make fun of it. If somebody
Yeah, but
makes
it's still
fun of
harder
someone,
for some people than others. You know,
no,
like,
of course it is, and I'm not
things that
saying
can
that
stop you
I'm not
doing
saying that
that
it's fair to do it. I'm not saying it's a nice thing or that it's acceptable or that people can't like be happy being different sizes. Like that's. But what I'm saying is, in my mind, I'm more likely to accept an insult based on something that I can change. Whereas if somebody insults something like, say, for example, the fact that my hair's receded, like that will annoy me because I can't do anything about that. It just happens because my DNA is shit, mum. So
Don't attack your mum on
His
Christmas.
mum's got a receding hairline as well. Looks like Bobby Charlton.
yeah, my mum wears a wig. She does.
Oh, bless.
But yeah, no, I've said that to her before because my brother, he's still got his hair. He's taller than me. He doesn't have a shitty heart condition. So I'm always saying to my mum, like, Mum, why did you give me the shit genes? But then again, my mum gave me the best sense of humor, so
It's true.
yeah. And yes. Anyway, so things like that, or things like your age, is stuff you can't do anything about it. So it's not fair to make fun of somebody or to discriminate against things that cannot be changed. The thing is, I feel like I sound like a bit of an arsehole now, because if there's something that can be changed,
No, I mean,
I'm
You
that's,
sound
that's
like
borderline
you
workplace
can make
bullying.
fun of
Like,
people. It's not even bullying because these people are nice to me. These are the people I like and I get on with. But every time people say stuff like that, I'm just like, you don't know. One of the oldest I've ever felt is that I was chatting to somebody at work and they said, what music have you listened to recently? And I said, oh, I've been getting back into Blink-182 because they've released a new album. And they went, who's that? It's like
How?
Blink-182, famous band. Never heard of them. What, you've
You
never
don't
heard
have to like them to be aware of them.
you've never heard of what I Miss You and The Rock Show? No. How can you have not heard of them? I get that maybe they're not your favourite band. How can you have not heard of them? So yeah, I've just been feeling. I've been feeling young, but then also feeling old. So I think I'm gonna have a midlife crisis in my 30s. But I don't have enough money to buy a sports car.
You
The
need a
3D
license
printing's
as well.
getting better, like.
I could buy the car and not have a license.
No, you can't drive the fucker.
No, but I could still point it and say that's my car. Anybody got anything else they want to share? That's all I had on my list. That's all I want to complain about, is that I'm an old fuck, so...
I had one a couple of weeks ago that kind of annoyed me. So I've been dealing with the maintenance crew that my landlord keeps sending out to try and fix one of the issues with my flat. It's nothing major, but they need to...
Is it that there's big gaps in the door frames every time you've walked through them? Just a head just smashes a hole through the lintel every single day.
No, that's pretty convenient, actually. The first couple of times is rough, but then you just breeze through. Anyway, they needed to measure up some frames to install next time.
Tom's tall, by the way. Carry on.
Yeah. Thank you.
In case people didn't get the joke. Carry on.
But yeah, they came back. They said, okay, we'll measure these up. We'll get them made, and we'll come back in a month or so to install them. So yeah, fair fucks. So I'm at a gig up north the night before, so I have to get an early train back after a gig, which is rough. You've just been in a pit, you're knackered, you're hungover, you're like, okay, morning train, let's go see the maintenance guy. Cool. I get home, half an hour before my window, and I see the maintenance guy from last time on my street. He's like, oh wait, I've got another job to do, but I'm scheduled to come around yours later, but I need to get in touch with my supervisor, because I'm not sure they've made anything. He comes back to my house 3 hours later. Turns out they hadn't made the thing. They've sent him for nothing. He said, I'm not sure why I'm here, to be honest, mate. We've already got pictures of the thing. We've got the measurements. I just need to take
you
more
ordered
pictures
pizza and watched a film together.
Yeah, sounds like it, yeah.
We're currently dating. No, it's he was a nice fella. I didn't mind. But, why not cancel that appointment if there's fuck all to do? Don't make me get an early train after a gig, please. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about recent ones, I got annoyed on Saturday, so we're recording this on Tuesday,
Ooh, okay.
3 days ago. So on Friday night, it was our company Christmas do, and we went to London. It was all expenses paid, free bar, so obviously a very heavy head on Saturday morning. So we come back up, and it's a 9 a.m. train all the way back up to Sheffield, and then I'm with a guy called Paddy, who I work with. So me and him are going to the Sheffield United match with Liam, but that's at 3 o'clock. So Paddy says to me, are we having pre-drinks? I went,
Good,
not
man.
a fucking chance.
Proud of you,
No.
Paddy, if you're watching.
Yeah. So we went, all right, I'll see you at the ground. So I go home. Literally, I went home to have an hour's sleep. All that happened was I put the Leeds game on, got invested in the game, didn't sleep, and then had to get up and go out back to the United match. So we get out, go to the match, United win 2-0, perfect. And after the game, Paddy says, oh, should we go for a drink? I'm just there no. And Liam, who we're with, he's like, oh, no, I need to get home. And Paddy was just like, look, we'll go to this one here, I'll buy. So me and Liam are like, Paddy, no, we're not feeling it, mate. He's like, oh, come on, I'll buy the round, I'll get the round in. Look at Liam. Liam's like, right, one. So we go to the pub. Paddy, man of his word, does get 3 pints. Comes out, chugs his pint, says, see you later, lads, and fucks off.
Oh, wow. I was with him until this point. I was respecting the game, but what the fuck?
Me and Liam, who didn't want to go to the pub, and I
Now
was
just
sat
stuck
in
there.
the pub with a pint,
That's kind of genius, to be fair. It's a dick move, but I respect it.
So yeah, I've got to a point
Incredible.
where I'm just like, every time Paddy does something, I just go, just Paddy.
I mean, I can actually think of something that's annoyed me literally today.
In the last 20 minutes.
Was it the fact that I've been mystery boxing you and you don't know what I've got yet?
That's not annoying. I'm looking forward to that. No.
Oh, mate, you should see some of the shit I found.
A Brad event that's going to be coming up in however many days after this one is me opening a mystery box. So Adam's bought the stuff. But no, the thing that annoyed me literally less than 2 hours ago. So I'm a snack connoisseur. I love myself some snacks. And 2 types of snacks I really like. I like peperamis. Any flavour pepperami, delicious. Meat sticks, gorgeous, right? And then you've also got one of my favourite snacks to have is coated peanuts, which are peanuts that are coated in some form of batter or something with some seasoning on. And so imagine my elation when I came across pepperami coated peanuts. I was like, what? A combination of two things that I love? They're shit. They're crap. The
I
flavour
wasn't
is
ready for that.
the flavour is non-existent. I just smell them when I close them. The flavour's barely existent, and the texture's not great. No wonder they were fucking 70p at the discount shop.
Yeah, that's not a good sign, but
Oh, my mystery box. I've restarted my mystery box from Snaffling Pig. That was a disappointment.
Oh, what you
Again.
mean? You mean when you bought 2 advent calendars and the mystery box was another advent calendar? What fucking? They must have had a laugh when they boxed that up.
No, they knew what they were doing 100%. So yeah, I bought 2 advent calendars, and then my mystery box was an advent calendar and 2 beers. And the best bit is, another Paddy is in fear, so I bring your Paddy back in. So I got these 3 advent calendars and went, well, I need 1. So, Paddy, do you want to buy an advent calendar? What is it? Pork scratchings. Oh, yeah. Paid me. And on the first day, 1st of December, I had breakfast, bang, ate my scratchings. Paddy, have you had scratchings? No, not yet. I'll have him and let me know how they are tomorrow. All right, we'll do. So next day, oh, have you had your scratchings? Yeah, I don't like scratchings. I went, wait, what? Oh, I don't like
have you
scratchings.
never tried them before? What do you mean?
I don't know. And then the other day, I said to him, oh, have you eaten any more? He went, nah, I'm not fussed about scratchings. I was like, what did you buy the fucking... Well, it's money in my pocket anyway. I got my money back.
Yeah,
He's
fair
15
fucks.
quid down, so...
Jesus. Maybe it's wanted to be blended
That's
in
what
with
you
the
do
cool
when
kids,
that's what you
know?
do when you're in love with someone.
Yeah, maybe.
buy
yeah.
something off them
Paddy's in love
regard-
with you.
Yes,
Oh, that's
reg-
fun.
Oh,
How's
what
Nish
is it?
gonna
It's
take
like in that episode of Friends when Gunther buys the Sphinx cat from Rachel.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, you can come visit whenever you want. She slams the door in his face. It's like that. Oh, you can come have these scratchings, calendar, whenever you want, Adam.
I hadn't seen Friends either, in fairness.
You've never seen Friends?
No.
Tom, you know what a TV is, right?
I do. Yeah,
I went out with someone who'd never seen Titanic.
I hadn't until this year.
I bet that relationship was a sinking ship.
Let's summarise. How's 2024 been for everyone?
Shit.
A bumpy ride.
So got
Been
shit,
some ups,
a
some
bumpy ride.
downs, some ups.
So every year I always have the same New Year's resolution, and that resolution is to make the year after better than the year before. So
Wholesome as
so
balls.
2024 needs to be better than 2023. I honestly can't say whether it is or isn't better overall. I don't know. To be honest, I can't remember that much of 2023. To be fair, but I do remember there being. I'm pretty sure there were some better moments than 2024, which is very much just a stagnant year with a few up spikes and quite a lot of potential down spikes.
I'll be real, when I was thinking for this, I had to put my calendar on month view and just go back through the year to remember what I've done. It's like, oh, that was this year. Okay, I could use that. And like,
That's a good point.
I don't remember time in order. Like, it could have been last year, it could have been this.
What have
Things
we done
happen.
this year?
Oh, it's a Denmark.
Wait, let me
who
check.
died.
Have I done anything interesting this year?
You recorded this?
I threw a flat pie, and the first half of it was a bunch of people who didn't know
Oh, yeah.
each other.
Oh, I'm sorry, bud. Yeah, I remember that. You seemed so relieved when we got there. He's like,
When we
"Thank
turned
God."
up, you're like,
Oh, so yeah,
Oh.
story of my flat pie. I've been wanting to throw a flat pie here since I moved in. When I was asking people when they're free, because it was a Saturday and everyone's availability was so sporadic, I said, okay, what I'll do is I'll start the party early, about 2ish, and so the people who are busy in the evening come during the day, and then in the evening the people who are busy in the day can come then. I'll have like 2 parties. And because I'd invited so many people and they'd all said they were going to be coming, I was like, great. So I'll basically have 2 parties with a bit of like mix in the middle, and some people will be there for the whole time and like basically prop up the party. So 2 o'clock comes around when the party's supposed to start. A few people start trickling in, but none of these people know each other. They're all from different aspects of my life. So I've got like one person who I knew from like Meltdown. Then I have some people that I knew through like uni, and then I had somebody I knew through the streaming. Then I had somebody I knew through the Discord. And it was just this collection of people who didn't really know each other at all stood around awkwardly trying to have conversation. Nobody
Not
had
really
anything to
party
drink
people, huh?
until someone had too much to drink. And then eventually, yeah, everyone else turned up later on, and it suddenly sort of like wound down a bit into an actual party.
I
You're
bled.
welcome.
Yeah, Adam bled. Adam coughed up blood.
That hot sauce had a kick. It made me bleed internally. Yeah, 2024 for me is like it's been like ups, downs, but the last like I needed a break from Discord and break from social media, and since then it's like I've come back and it's like a second wind. But there's times like in the past where I've just like glued onto stuff too much, and
Oh,
I've
God,
had to
yeah.
like
I mean, I've
learn
done that
to
myself. Like,
separate. Like I want to help, I want to do everything for everyone, but at the same time, like the reason I left Discord is because no one was doing anything for me.
Yeah.
So I then just went right, draw the line and stop taking it so personally, and just like accept that people aren't like me. So
Yes.
this last like 3 months, 4 months, I've just had such a good outlook. So it's like, yeah, there's been rocky bits and there's been times when I've been sad and times that I've been pissed off, but I just sit and just go, it is what it is. I'm still
Yes.
kicking, still breathing.
Proud of you, bud.
Apart from when they fucking fist me when I'm trying to book anything for the wedding. But other than that, they just add a 0 onto end as soon as I mention the word wedding. So yeah,
you
it's
did well.
been like, don't get me wrong, there's been downs, but it's kind of going against the theme of the podcast, but I'm quite happy.
Same, to be fair.
Well, at least I'm here to keep the mood down.
You're fine.
Fuck 2024. Bring on another year where I can also be a disappointment to myself.
See, I kind of don't look at it as years. Like, the new year is a milestone or whatever, but it's still just time passing. Like, a couple months is a couple months.
Yeah, but
It don't
we
matter
already
if
know
it's,
that
like-
you're some sort of interdimensional being that exists outside of time and space. Another year for us is just a blink in the long drawn out existence of your eldritch self. Surprised you were able to materialize here. That wormhole on the wall where you came from is still there.
It will be closing soon. So
Oh yeah, I'm trying to figure out how you got that fucking wormhole, by the way.
It's a projector, I'm guessing.
yeah,
Have you got a projector?
little USB thing. Yeah, my dad gave it to me.
Oh, I'll
It's
just
like
be
a
like
quid off
wondering how
AliExpress.
it's there.
Have you
Yeah,
thought
it's
about,
just,
have you thought about maybe decorating your walls with something that is permanent?
Just paint on there.
Your
I
room
painted
still
them.
your room still looks like the casting couch.
I mean,
mate.
I've got like a fucking poster there. I've got a signed poster there. I got shit. It's just not within this area.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure always to spend Christmas podcast with you guys.
What
and I'm
accent
gonna
was
go-
that?
I don't know.
Come on, we've got to do a monthly one. We've got to do it monthly.
Absolutely. Monthly-ish.
Maybe. We can always
Fuck
come
you,
back.
maybe.
Well, the whole point of
Maybe.
the whole point of the Angry Dome. Oh, that was the thing. That's one thing I haven't mentioned. So this sort of concept of complaining about stuff that doesn't matter. I revived it for a series on my my Break Brad channel that I haven't. I've recorded a bunch of the episodes, but they've not been uploaded yet. But that'll be coming out. So if you like this, go subscribe to that channel. It'll be in the description. Break Brad, and they'll be releasing in the new year, likely, some point. But
They don't have us.
there's an episode with Adam and there's an episode with Tom, so shut up.
Well,
However, obviously, if there's enough interest in more Bollocks, I can include the That's Bollocks as a special on that channel.
I better be going.
Yes.
Merry Christmas,
everyone.
everybody.
Merry Christmas,
Let
everyone.
us know in the comments what has annoyed you this year. And also, I guess,
Ooh,
also what
this.
you're thankful for this year.
I'm thankful for this.
But specifically, it's like your cock or Kirkbride.
Thanks, bud.
That's a great way to end it.